Hi, beautiful Leo. Welcome to a new era. My name is Dama. Leo, this is your mid-month read for July. Mid-July until mid-August, give or take. And happy birthday, because there's going to be a lot of birthday people there, mid-July until mid-August. You have the entire Leo. That's the entire Leo season, isn't it? Okay. I do still offer personal readings, so if you're interested in personal reading, maybe for your birthday, you're so welcome to let me know. What do we have for Leo, please, from mid-July until mid-August? Your very own birthday season. Leo, Leo, Leo. Mid-July. First card out is the Lovers. So maybe that's a new romance or that's a choice to be made. Let's see. That's number 6, so that's love and harmony. I'm seeing a lot of growth. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, I'm just going to say that now because I'm going to forget later. So I was just listening to Matthias Di Stefano, and if you haven't found him yet, he's such a, in my opinion, he's such a treasure. Like, he's just, I know it's going to be like so out there for a lot of people. Some people probably will just dismiss him completely because he's like so border free, so limit free. So yeah. Anyway, Matthias Di Stefano, or Di Stefano. He was just talking about you know this, like, because it was a person who asked, like, why are we so mean? Like, why is there so much darkness? Why is it so much, like, haven't we come further than that? Like, when is that ever gonna end? And he was like, that's never gonna end. We need the darkness. Like, and then he was like, if you just compare it to a seed, you put a seed into the soil. How do you get a seed to grow? How do you get the chance to be an apple? He's like, you don't just become an apple like that. There's the apple. No, there's a journey for that apple even to become. And so we start with a seed that we put down in the soil, in the darkness. And by the pressure of the darkness, by the pressure of the soil, of the earth, you know, coming together around this seed. So the seed sort of realizes its own potential. The seed starts to for its survival, it starts to grow roots, and it settles into the soil, right? And then it starts to grow upwards. But we need to have that growth there first for that even to be able to happen. If you have a seed and you leave it out like in plain sight, that can also bloom, but it will die eventually because there's nothing holding it in. There's nothing anchoring it in. And so I just felt like that's such a good metaphor. And then it was like, it's not even a metaphor. That's facts. That's how we're wired as well. Like, we need the pressure from the darkness to realize our potential, and that's how we put down our roots. And we get anchored in, and then we start to move upwards. Then we start to ascend. We start to grow. And then here today, I just see all this. It stood out like darkness here to me today, like this big flowy dress, but with a lot of darkness. And then, like, one after the other, little things just pop up. Like, there's things popping up from the darkness right now, Leo. I don't know how to explain. I don't really know how to explain it more clearly, but I don't know if that was like just really like out there and confusing, but it feels like there's a lot of things starting to pop for you. Mid-July, your birthday season, is starting to like open up. A lot of things that you felt like it has been in the darkness, or it has been in the dark, or you have been in the dark, and coming out of that, like the roots are now anchored in. And now you can start to grow upwards. And because of that, there's a lot of things popping for you. Okay. Moving on. What do we have for Leo mid-July until mid-August? Leo season. Queen of Ariel. That's very much you, Leo. Making everything more beautiful. Maybe even having the Midas touch. Like whatever you touch turns to gold. There's immaturity there. There's growth. More of Leo. Okay. So we have 5 of Michael, and then the sun pops out right after. 5 of Michael, and then the sun pops out right after. And it's almost explaining what I just said about the, like, enough darkness and like whatever, like you're gonna put your Groot, the Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Maybe he's been trying to tell us something for some time. It's growth and roots. It becomes Groot. 5 of Michael, like it's sweeping things under the rug. There's like, you know, that's the darkness. That's the not wanting to address certain things, and but even in that there's a lot of growth. And because there's a lot of growth, then there's the sun. Like there's the happiness. There's the trees growing upwards. So those are coming out together. And then we want some clarification here. The Lovers, Queen of Ariel, 5 of Michael, and the Sun. We start with the Lovers. I mean, it's quite extraordinary cards on the table. The Lovers, the Queen of Ariel, and the Sun card. The Sun card being the happiest card in the deck. Way too many cards, but typical Leo. And the Universe to top it off. Why not? Why not be in alignment with everything that exists? Beautiful, Leo. And authority. Stand in your integrity. Know who you are. And one more. Clarifying Leo. And spiritual strength. What doesn't kill you make you stronger. I don't like that expression, but you know, that's what we're doing. We're improving and improving and improving. Been in that darkness and, you know, become stronger for it. Spiritual strength. Okay. So we're starting with the Lovers and with the Universe card. So there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of things that I feel like is going to pop for you. There's a lot of things that's been hidden underneath. Make choices from the heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. I just feel like, okay, so even we have Archangel Raphael standing in the background there. It looks a little bit like Michael, but it's Archangel Raphael. And it's like even the angels has climbed the mountain. There's even it's the evolution of the archangels as well. Like everything is expanding. Everything is growth. Everyone is on this path. It's not just us. It's so clear that it's us because there's so much due to the third dimension that sort of shows us that, but everything in the universe is growth and expansion, you know? So even the angels has grown here. And I think a lot of it has to do with you, with like the humans, like we're just one upgrade after the other. And there's something about like things are just starting to pop for you. Being in alignment with the universe, starting to really understand. I'm not doing a good job at conveying what I'm feeling here. I'm trying to It's like you have all this understanding, Leo. You have all this understanding. You've been going about it in a certain way. You have all this understanding. It's like you're starting to piece things together. And as you become more and more in alignment with yourself, with your inner being, with the universe, things are becoming more and more clear in your life. It's like you've been through certain experiences that has made you understand more profoundly things about yourself. That's what Queen Ariel is all about. The maturity there, the understanding of oneself, the ability to choose whatever you want to focus on, to not be a reactor to everything anymore, to not be sort of the glove that's just, flailing about in the wind, that takes you wherever it wants to go. This is you like putting your foot down saying, I know what I want. I know where I'm going. I have integrity. I'm showing up whenever I want to. I'm colluding with the people that I want to have in my life, and I'm shutting out the people that I don't. Like, it's an understanding of what you're doing here. Even it's a very existential understanding. Does this make any sense? I'm talking about existential understanding, and maybe you don't understand what I'm trying to say. So this is like on a profound level. Yes, there might be lovers here. There might be a romantic connection here. Yes, there might be a very important choice for you that you're making right now that's coming from the heart, that's coming from a deep place of a beautiful love. I just feel like it goes deeper than that. It's a result of coming together with yourself. Making beautiful decisions from love is the result of having been in the dark, having been the seed in the soil. It's bringing those lovers, those romantic partnerships into your life that is like so freaking beautiful because of the understanding of the universe. Wow. This card overall is just being in alignment with everything that you are, being in that vortex, claiming what's yours, having the experience of a lifetime of your choosing. That is like the most important words spoken, of your choosing. Together with, this is mid-July until mid-August. So this is such a fitting reading because it's the Leo season. And so we have the Queen of Ariel. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man here, Leo. Mature, practical, generous, and happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. You're becoming the teacher. You're becoming and I think it's a teacher out of what's the word? And she scratched her head. Not because you said so, but because of your becoming a teacher of your own experience. So the way that you live, the way that you act, the way that you behave, the way that you talk, even the way that you deal with situations, like other people will start to look up to you because they're seeing what you're doing. And it's very magnetic, and it's very you're becoming a teacher of some capacity through the way that you act. And you're coming into beauty. There's a lot of maturity on your part. Like the queen always talks about maturity. How you have started to turn knowledge into wisdom. How things are starting to fall into place. Like you're getting it. You're understanding like on a more profound level than you've ever understood before. For whatever reason that put you there, for whatever seed in the soil that has been happening, the outcome is starting to slowly but surely become very, very beautiful. It's almost like the floodgates has opened. Something has triggered the floodgates, or something will trigger the floodgates. Like something has pushed something to open, to crack open somehow. And we have the authority card here together with this, which is also, again, it's just sort of, this is you standing in your integrity. This is you not being bossed around. This is rather the other way around. I'm not saying that you're starting to boss other people around. I'm just saying you're not letting other people boss you around anymore. There's and there's a misconception of Leo, I have to say, and me being a Leo myself, I can completely agree with this, and that is like there's a misconception that Leo's the bold one, Leo's the courageous one, Leo's the one like that's always in leadership, that's always taking center stage and blah blah blah. And it's almost like Leo is not supposed to even have a shadow side, or not supposed to be, and if they do, they're not insecure about it, or there's like no low confidence or whatever. That's completely wrong. I mean, Leo's human as well, right? You're human as well. And when Leo goes off on the wrong side, when Leo goes off into the shadows, that can even look worse when it comes to confidence and when it comes to low worth. Because it is so much on the opposite side of that. Like Leo is the sun. And so when Leo goes into the shadows, the opposite of that is the sun. So it's a strong shadow to stand in, if that makes sense. So I just want to say, when we hear like Leo's being bossed around, like that's not even possible. Oh yes, it is. And I can relate to that. Yes, it is easy to be bossed around because you have a personality and you might be wanting to please other people. You might want to, like, whatever that is. This is you though, claiming your space. This is you standing up for yourself and putting a foot down, and you're standing in your integrity, just taking that authority role that maybe you've been wanting to take for some time, but you, for whatever reason, you could have done it in various other, like, you could have acted like this leader, you could have acted like this teacher, you could have acted like you are the center stage in your life, whatever. You might even have other people say, yes, Leo, you've always been that. But it might just be a feeling that now you're actually stepping into what everyone else is seeing or has seen you as, if that makes sense. You're turning knowledge into wisdom. It's becoming clear. And then so we have Five of Michael and the Sun coming out together, and with their spiritual strength as a clarifier. That's interesting. So we have the Five of Michael, which is about like sweeping things under the rug, not wanting to talk about certain things, not wanting to deal with certain things. Oh, that heavy thing, I don't want to even look at it. I don't want to open it. I don't want to view it. I don't want to meet it. I don't want to, it just don't come near me. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to address it somehow. I'm going to sweep it under the rug and pretend that it doesn't exist. And I'm the first person to say, if you can 100% not turn your energy or your focus or your attention to a certain outcome or to a certain scenario, that scenario would go away. For sure, it would disappear, because whatever you don't feed is going to die. Whatever you don't feed is going to die. And so, but there's something here like sweeping it under the rug, but knowing it's still there. And maybe even building up a little bit of a worry. Like, I'm not addressing it, I'm not looking at it. And still in the back of your mind, it's like, but it's still there. I still need to address it at some point. And there's something here about releasing the situation. There's something about facing something head on. There's something about dealing with whatever was like you didn't want to deal with it in the past. And now here it is. Here it is. And you're dealing with it, Leo. It's like it's in your, it might even be like one thing after the other. And that might even be the popping thing. It has been hidden underneath. And it might even be those things that are coming up to the surface. Although that feels like opportunities rather than difficult things that you need to deal with. I just feel like when you're in your integrity, when you're looking at things from a very clear and understanding perspective, you can almost throw anything at Leo and you won't feel like this is bothering you. It's just another thing you need to deal with. You don't judge it as bad or good. You don't judge it as a problem or a solution. It just is, and you're just dealing with it. And the more you're coming into this, like you're just releasing everything. Everything is coming up to the surface. And you're just releasing it and releasing it and releasing it. What's behind it and what's so beautiful is like you're starting to recognize yourself again. There's the sun. There's the Leo that we know. It almost gets me a little bit emotional. That's the sun card. It's the fun card. This is joy. This is when you're in your best element. This is when happiness is on the table. And not only that, the spiritual strength, the gain of, the growth and the expansion and the gain that has happened is gigantosaurus, to have a dinosaur reference, as one uses from time to time. Okay? Look at this. We have the Lovers. There's a lot of beautiful things coming in here. And there's a lot of beautiful decisions that you're making right now about your path moving forward. You're in alignment with the universe right now. So I don't want to say that that's going to disappear. I'm just saying while you're there, ask for more stuff. While you're in there, beautiful things are going to start knocking at your door. Have it come twice or 3 times, because it's like you're in a really good place right now, mid-June until mid-July. Again, I'm not saying it's going to disappear in September and that was that. I'm just saying, we're not always in alignment. Together with like having a Midas touch, knowing who you are, making everything more beautiful, understanding yourself in such a better way than you ever done before, standing in your own integrity, allowing things to come up from the rug. We're not sweeping things under the rug anymore. We're allowing it to come up to the surface. Even coming in, this is the happiest card in the deck. This is talking about beauty and happiness and joy, real success. You might even be the success story here, Leo. And out of that is this enormous spiritual strength that is coming from deep down. Final messages, final words for Leo here, please. Opportunity. It's raining gold coins, and it's a beautiful opening around the heart. It's just gold everywhere. We already had the Midas touch, and everything you touch turns to gold, and then we have this beauty. It's just gold. It's golden. It's opportunity. Like I said, there's things that's going to come knocking at your door right now, and I don't want to even put like it's going to be only love or only money or only health or only happiness. It's all of it. And you get to choose. That's the thing. When you're in this type of alignment, you get to choose. You always get to choose, but you get to choose and feel like you chose it, and there it is. Opportunities. Mid-July until mid-August, give or take. That's what I have for you, beautiful Leo. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye.